today's tutorial, we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to take upcycled paper from magazines, scrap paper that you have leftover, newspapers, dictionaries, children's books, and make beads. Now, beads are really fun because you can make more of a barrel shape, you can make more of a cylinder shape, you can go flatter. There's just so many different things you can do. I'm just super excited for this tutorial. So the first step, so I'm going to take a page from this book that I think is just interesting. I like how there's the purples here and it's all the different colors. And rip that out. So the first step, and this is probably the hardest step, is just the prep. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and we're going to straighten the edges. Now on your paper cutter, you're going to see that there's usually a grid. So I'm going to use that grid. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you would make more of a cylinder bead, which would look like this. And that's the easiest. So I am going to use this measurement right here, which is, this is a 1/2 inch. For the rest of the world, it's a little bit more than 1 centimeter. And I'm just going to cut straight beads. So that's definitely the easiest. So when we roll them, these will turn into those cylinder beads. Okay. Now, to make the rounder beads, we're going to have to do something a little bit different. So to make, this more circular bead, same thing, but what we're going to do is we're going to have to cut diagonally. So I have it lined up on the top, and then on the bottom down here, I'm going to pivot it at an angle. So when you cut that, it's going to give you this tapered page. So I did that one at an angle. Now I'm going to take this and straighten it up to get my next tapered page. Okay, so this one goes on the diagonal. So this stays right at the cut edge, and then this goes to the next line. And that will give you that perfect long triangle. Then to get the next one, you go straight. There's lots of ways to do this, but I find that this is the easiest. So the more tutorials I watched in preparing for this, I just saw so many different methods. This is, I think, the easiest. So pivot it, and then the next one would be straight to give you that next long triangle. So once you have, so these are the ones I did at an angle, and these are the ones I did that were long. So that's the first step. Go ahead and put away your paper cutter. Now it's time for the fun. So you can either use a bead roller, and if you don't have one, you can also just use a skewer, you could use a pencil, anything round and thin. A toothpick would work as well. I'm going to show you the bead roller first just because it's a lot easier, but if you don't have one, I will show you the other method as well. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you how to roll the cylinder first. So decide which side you like. Do you want the print or the color? I want the color for this. So you're going to take the color face up. Now on the bead roller, it's much like a quilling tool. If you've ever done quilling, there's like this gap right here. And the paper goes inside of it and it holds it nice and snug. So when you're rolling it, it's very easy to make it nice and tight and taut to make that perfect cylinder bead. So you just roll it like that. I use one finger to guide it. Then I use just white glue. Add some glue towards the end. And then just hold it for a second. And depending on the texture of your paper, some will hold a lot faster than others. This one's a little bit shinier, so I'm just going to use a little craft clip to hold it onto it, and then you just take it right off. And that will just hold it while it's drying. So that's your cylinder. If you wanted it to be thicker cylinder, let me show you. So if you're interested in making this thicker, you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to lay one on top of the other, like so. And then same thing, put it in that gap in the bead roller and roll it. And I'm going to show you the difference in how thick this is. Now, depending on the thickness of your paper, you might want to use 1 layer, 2 layers. You could probably go all the way up to 5 if you're doing something thin like a map or a dictionary page or a hymnal. Those tend to be a lot thinner. And then same thing, make sure you glue all your layers. And we have this thickness. So we had, let's see, wasn't quite dry yet, but you can see the difference in the thickness. This is the 1 page, and then this was the 2. Okay, that wasn't quite dry yet. Oops. And you can see if you mess up, that's what happens. So I actually did, that was quite accidental, but you can just go ahead and roll it again. Not a big deal. You're not wasting any paper. Now, if you want something to be a little bit rounder, that's when you're going to use your tapered pages. So for this example, I'm going to go ahead and use 2 together just so that's a bit thicker. And you line them up. It's a little bit trickier, but not much at all. Again, put it inside, and then you're going to start rolling. Now, because it's tapered, you're going to have to make sure you're always in the center. So it's going to start to go in, but you've got to make sure you're in that center. So that you get it nice and even and cylindrical. While I'm doing this, it would be a great time for you to like and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of the weekly tutorials. They're always related to upcycling paper, most often book folding and other page art. But lots of really fun ideas. Make sure you glue the ends. Especially at the end, make sure you're right in that center area. Then you can see how much rounder this is. Like so. Hopefully you can't hear my dog barking in the background. As soon as I ask my family to be quiet, let me tell you, they do quite the opposite. Including the dog. Okay, so that's, just hold that for a little bit. look how pretty. Then I'm going to slide that off, and look how pretty that bead's going to be. I love the mix of the pink and the purples, a little bit of orange. I think that's going to be a really pretty bead. Now you can combine the two methods as well. Let me show you how that's going to look. Now a third method is we're going to combine those first two. But this time I want to show you how to do it if you don't have that bead roller. So I'm going to be using a skewer. But again, you can use a toothpick, a pencil, anything that's round and fairly thin. So we're going to take a straight page. This time I'm using leftover scrap paper, book paper I had from a book folding project. And I'm going to roll it. Now this is a little bit harder to get started because you don't have anything to grip it. So you're going to have to squeeze it with your nail. And if you use a little bit of glue in the beginning, that will help as well to hold it. So you shape it around it and then begin to roll. Once you get it started, it's pretty much it's almost as easy as it is with that bead roller that I had. So you're going to roll as tightly as you can. Make sure it's nice and straight. Then you're going to glue the end. And now I'm going to take one of my tapered pages that I made and line it right up. And then continue rolling. And because it's tapered, just make sure you're always in that middle area. Roll, roll, roll. And it makes a really nice barrel appearance. Make sure you stay tuned to the end because I'm going to be still showing you how to glaze these beads to make them much more glass-like. Like so. And if you want, you can add bead centers. So make sure you stay tuned. There's a lot more to come. So there's my barrel one by combining the two methods. And make sure everything's there. Like that. So we have, oops, that little tail. So here we have the barrel one we made together. This is the more circular one. And then we have the straight one. Now, for some of these beads, this one is the straight one that I made out of a dictionary page. Then I have this barrel one that was made out of maps. That's always fun. So you just get very different results on the type of paper you're using, the length of the paper, how wide you do it. Okay, so these are the three we just made. Let me show you how we're going to glaze them. So you're going to put them on a skewer for the glazing process. Now, my favorite way to glaze is with this Jenkins diamond glaze. If you don't have this, you can use Mod Podge is another method. But you want to use something. So you're going to take this, do not shake it because you do not want bubbles, and you're going to force them down. Try that again, and you're going to force them down. Then you're going to take a paintbrush. Now here's the trick. When you're using this glaze, make sure you don't get any on the skewer, because this will get glued right down to that skewer and you will not be able to remove it. So glaze all of the bead. Like so. And you're going to let that dry for about an hour. And then you're going to repeat this. I tend to do it twice. You can do it 3 times as well. Just the more you do it, the glossier and the more glass-like these beads are to look. But you're going to tell the difference, how much shinier they get. I mean, this is just absolutely beautiful. Okay, then you're going to set that somewhere to dry. I usually just use a box, like so, and just like that. Just something so that it's flat, because you don't want any drips. And then leave it like that for an hour. Go ahead and repeat. Then for the finishing touch, I have these already done. Now for my bead roller, I know that I'm going to need the 3mm or the 3mm bead cores. So this is what they look like at the 3cm size. And then these are bigger. And this is for a 5.5mm center. So look at the difference in the size. So this works with my bead roller. These I already figured out, if you use a pencil or something fatter like that, you'll need the bigger ones. And the links to all of these things are below. For the glaze, for these bead cores, for what you do. And again, this is optional. I just think it makes a really nice finishing touch. Is you take your bead. Now you can use just white glue for this. E6000 is always a good option. So you add a little bit of glue, and then you're going to just push this right into the center. Like so. And see how it makes like a really nice finishing touch. And you just do that on both ends. Let me show you with another bead. So say you wanted to do this with this nice little round one. Add a little bit of glue. You really don't need a lot of glue. I mean, it is very, very snug. And these are very tiny and want to, for whatever reason, they want to jump around. And then go ahead and do it to the other end. I just think it makes like a really nice professional edging right there. And then you can use these beads to make bracelets, necklaces. But that'll be another video where I show you all the different things you can do with these. So stay tuned. Happy folding.